Welcome back to the KeSPA Cup, guys. It's been a fun group so far. We are, of course, doing Group A today. We are about to jump into the final match between two very strong players, Zest and Byun.
This is a rematch of our first match that we had, between these two earlier on before we went to winners and losers. And it was a tough one for Byun. He really had some trouble against Zest's pressure and sometimes fake pressure he was using against him. He was playing very defensively. I think this time he'll read him a little bit better. Sejong, Dasan, and Frost. So Dasan coming in.
He bans Gettysburg, and seeing how much he struggled on that map against Zest, I don't blame him. I'm not saying Dasan Station is going to be any bit easier, but I mean, the way that he got absolutely shreked on that map, I don't blame him. So we'll see how he does in that second set. He did get to pick first this time, so he does get that KeSPA Station first to start off strong. He looked really great on that map against Zest, so he should be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I completely agree with all your sentiments here. I think if he just tightens up his play, plays a little bit more confidently and less turtley with the 3 siege tanks kind of play he's using, I think he could take this series. He's the favorite. He was before, and he has the momentum. He just crushed Rogue, whereas Zest was just crushed by Neeb.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling. He knows that Neeb is a fantastic player, but it's kind of like that Korean pride, and he just got bopped. So now he's got to go into a series against one of the strongest players in the world, if not the strongest. We'll see if he can grab his mental and go into this best of 3 against Byun. Let's jump into game number 1 on KeSPA Station.
세종과학기지로 떠납니다.
Don't bring forgiveness, and I'm gonna hunt you down.
Welcome to game number 1 on KeSPA Station. Up in the top left, in the purple, the Protoss player, it is Zest.
And his opponent down to the bottom right, the Season 2 GSL winner for 2016. The only player in Star League history since Murdor to have ever won an individual league, Star League, teamless. Never happened before. And as we stand here, we'll see what Zest wants to do. He's been feeling a little bit cheesy, I would say, when he was playing the Protoss, and then in the matchup versus Byun earlier, he put on a lot of fake pressure. He's going to do that one probe and gas expand here again, just like he did in the previous series on Sejong, so no surprises here. Their positions are reversed, of course, from what we had on the last time they played here. And we'll see if Byun can just simply, I think, scout a little bit more aggressively, and when he sees a Twilight Council instead of really hunkering down and committing all the way to 3 siege tanks, maybe take that 1 TY tank where you're a little bit safe, but you still move on and transition, and you don't kind of get countered by Zest simply greedily taking another base and going Colossi, things like that, like we saw in Gettysburg. I like the choice to ban the map because it really is an Achilles heel for him in this matchup. We've seen it in Star League.
Oh, he's going to get that. A bit of a miss micro on the probe, and great micro by Byun actually to move forward as it was coming in. Make sure he totally denied it. I think it did see the CC, but did not get to go up the ramp, of course. I hope that Byun plays this one a little bit more confidently. We've talked about this before. It's his best matchup. Zest, he is a scary player, but perhaps, use a bit more scans, try to play a little bit more greedy, because I think it was really only that first game on Frost where Zest was looking like he really wanted to put on a huge amount of pressure, but the other 2 games he was really just sitting back, So maybe Byun, he makes a bunker at the top of his ramp, get a faster third base, and just try to play out the macro game, because I feel like if he gets there, he can definitely outplay Zest. He just has to get to the mid game on even footing.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. I think you and I are on the same page here. He has to be on even footing. Then he can really show his skills, his micro, the power. And what a story it would be for Zest, by the way, if he wins this. He was in such a slump towards the end of basically the summer seasons, Pro League as well, doing that counter rush, that failed. That was really like his last important match he's played. And to take this match versus Byun, the defending champion, who crushed SOS, who's on the defending Pro League team that Zest lost to, would really, I think, make a statement for a big, solid comeback for Zest towards the end of this year. So very important for him, I think, as well, to take this one. And he just needs to kind of shake off the loss for Neeb. Totally different matchup, totally different situation here.
Yeah, very true. We'll see if he can get some damage done with this first drop. This is what I was, expecting him to do a bit in the other games in his first series against Zest. Although he was trying to mix in some Hellion play, some Widowmine play. He's just going to go with 7 Marines here. It does get scouted immediately by the Observer, and he does have 2 pylons plus an extra warp in. Zest should be totally fine. I'd be surprised if this gets 1 probe kill. In fact, Byun is not even going to commit to it.
He scans the main base because he wants to see how many units are there for the defense, or if any are there at all. And what Byun has done multiple times, and what I think we're going to see here again, is he tries to kill Stalkers with his Marines with these drops when he scouts them like this. He's going to try to kill these 3 Stalkers, but Zest is on point. He's not going to allow these Marines to load. The idea there, kill the Stalkers, try to get some probes while the Mothership Core is away. Good reaction there by Zest, who's now going to drop. Let's not forget, Byun does have a Widowmine back at home. I'm not entirely sure where it is right now.
I think it's in the main.
Oh, it's right next to that satellite.
Oh, there it is, okay.
So that's important. Zest needs to be careful not to fly a Prism into that.
Well, he scouts the Liberator coming out here as well. Zest, as long as he defends correctly, he should be okay against this. Our Observer was pointing out the one location, perhaps. Look at this. Oh, the Widowmine is going to hit that Warp Prism, but of course it does not one-shot it. He has to get some other units over there to defend, first of all, against the drop of Zest.
Meanwhile, Byun, of course, finding some damage here. The repair is really late. This is a lot of pressure here. And oh, man, the drop just flies right over the Stalkers. And that's all of his army. He's got 4 Marines left now at the top of the ramp. No bunker here. And this is the pressure he was afraid of before, but this time Zest commits hard to it. Prism does not die, and he just continues the attack here. I mean, yes, there's a Liberator here. Only got 1 kill, though, and Zest has enough army here to just finish the game.
I think that's going to be it. I mean, literally everything that could have gone wrong went wrong in this game for Byun. This one Widowmine is not going to save him. In fact, it gets targeted down before it even gets its shot off. And the Warp Prism Micro, it's just for some giggles here. He doesn't really need it. Really nice micro nonetheless. And he is going to finish off Byun. GG!
Zest. 1 win away from defeating, I guess you could call it his sister champion, Byun here.
Byun looks like in shock. He can't even believe what he's seeing here. Literally everything going wrong. The drop gets totally defended, scouted by an Observer. The Liberator gets scouted. He doesn't have the best defense against the Liberator, but he identifies the fact that the units are still out on the map, and he just goes and attacks. Very smart idea there from Zest.
And I really do believe that Byun kind of misunderstood what was happening with that Prism. It was warping in units like a forward pylon to attack. You could tell he clearly had no idea that was happening. Why? Because he flew his medevac right into those Stalkers. He didn't know that was coming. He didn't know that was going to be that much of a commitment. He didn't have his units back at home. You could see he was considering bringing his Liberator back, decided not to. But now we're going to go on to Dawson Station here.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can bring it back.
Bit of a chuckle from Byun as he knows he has a very hard road ahead of him, has to win 2 in a row. Let's see if he can do it.